What originally started as a small comic book convention for a group of friends has grown into one of the biggest pop culture events of the year, drawing in over 200,000 attendees annually. Comic-Con is an annual event that occurs in late July that gathers in fans from across the world to showcase numerous books, movies, and video games, and it all takes place here in San Diego.
It all started in 1970, when three comic book professionals, Shel Dorf, Ken Kruger, and Richard Alf, got together to host the first comic book California Comic Book Convention. It lasted 3 days and was called San Diego's Golden State Comic-Con, and was hosted in the U.S. Grant Hotel in downtown. Their special guests were science fiction writer Ray Bradbury, whose most well-known books included Fahrenheit 451 and The Belt, and Jack Kirby, who was a comic book artist for both Marvel and DC. The first event drew in about 300 people and consisted of stands selling comic books and film screenings. This event served as a template for all future conventions to come. Shortly after, in 1973, Comic-Con was officially branded as San Diego Comic-Con. A year later, in 1974, one of the most well-known parts of Comic-Con was introduced, the costumes, in the form of a parade in downtown for fans to participate in. In 1976, San Diego's unique convention began to gain more traction for hosting the first ever trailer for Star Wars. This started a trend that carries into the present day of revealing anticipated movies, trailers at Comic-Con. The increased popularity of the event caused it to move into the San Diego Convention Center, which is where it is still held today.
In the rise of comic book movies among pop culture, Hollywood began to be attracted to Comic-Con, striking numerous deals to showcase their movie content at the convention. This was the turning point that gave San Diego's Comic-Con the media attention that it needed to become the most popular convention in the world. In the last 15 years, attendance has risen 60% to around 260,000 people. In 2004, thanks to the new addition on the San Diego Convention Center, a new feature was added to Comic-Con in the Actors Panel. People would camp out in front of the building waiting to get in to hopefully meet some of their favorite movie actors. Some of the most notable appearances in recent years include Zack Snyder announcing Batman vs. Superman, Andrew Garfield wearing his Spider-Man costume, and Tom Hiddleston giving a sneak peek of the first Avengers movie. All of these features that have been implemented over the years have set apart Comic-Con San Diego from any other convention, hence the reason why tickets sell out only 90 minutes after they are released. According to the Union Tribune, Comic-Con pumps around $180 million into San Diego's economy every year. This large profit is likely due to the fact that Comic-Con has grown so big that it has exceeded just the convention center. It extends into surrounding hotels, restaurants, Petco Park, and many more places throughout the weekend. San Diego itself has approved expansion to the convention center in order to make a better experience for the fans. We now have an interview with a friend of mine, Eugene, who has been a part of Comic-Con in the past years.
So, Eugene, what do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer, but I focus on video games just because that's a lot more fun in my opinion.
Nice. What was the experience like selling your products at TwitchCon?
It was pretty cool. In our case, we weren't necessarily selling, we were more doing a demo before it got released, but it was incredibly cool because you get to see people actually play your game for the first time. You know, you have family and friends test it, try it out, give you their opinion, but it's still very different to see actual, like, you know, the public try to play it and see them enjoy it. Now that was super cool.
And can you just clarify what your game was and like when you kind of like released it? stuff like that.
Yeah. So the game was Action Arcade Wrestling. It was initially launched on Steam in 2019, which is 2 years ago, which is hard to believe. And then last year we actually launched on. No, not last year. Yeah, last year. I'm sorry. Last year we launched on PlayStation and Xbox, and then we're actually launching on the Nintendo Switch on the 9th. So next week.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Well, what is your favorite part of Comic-Con?
The opportunity to meet the people behind the characters that you watch on TV, right?
Yeah.
Those panels, that is, I don't think you can do that anywhere except for maybe Comic-Con or other cons of this type.
What makes Comic-Con such an iconic event in San Diego? Or what do you think makes it such an iconic event in San Diego?
I mean, I think it's one of the biggest events in San Diego. It brings so much attention to the city. So many people travel here just to attend Comic-Con, and it brings, so much to the city.
Yeah. It really does cause like a lot of attention and gets like
Absolutely.
a lot of money and stuff. So with the product that you sell, what does it take to like prepare for Comic-Con or like TwitchCon or something like that, where you like sell your game, or whether you're just like kind of going there for fun?
If you're going to be selling something or demoing something, it's basically down to being able to pay for the spot, and that's about it. Well, and you have to get in there before other people take your spot, obviously.
Yeah.
That's about it. There isn't like, you have to hit a certain bar. You don't have to audition, if you will. It's all down to sort of getting there in time and paying for the spot.
Yeah, so just pretty much just like organizing where and like what time and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yep.
Thank you, Eugene, for letting me interview you about Comic-Con and selling your game and stuff like that.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
Overall, Comic-Con is one of the many attractions and events that make San Diego what it is. Without the unique foundation that was set 50 years ago by just 3 fans, San Diego wouldn't be able to offer this one-of-a-kind experience to the thousands of fans from across the world.